What's up, everybody? Welcome in. And yeah, I got a bone to pick with Google. All right. Most of you guys may know that I, for the longest time, have really been adamant about Google Voice getting RCS support, right? It's been years since I've been saying this. It's been quite a bit of time since I've been saying this. And the crazy thing about it is that you see things like Samsung now joining in on antagonizing Apple, trying to just get some sort of cross-platform, neutral, secure messaging off the ground, right? They're asking Apple to support RCS, so that in that way that Android and Apple users can have a secured measure of messaging each other with encryption. And, with that being said, and the craziest thing about it all, craziest thing is, how do you expect another company to support what you're pushing if you yourself don't really support it in all your platforms? Okay, Android Messages has it. So when you have phone service, you can message somebody, RCS messaging is on, and it turns on automatically. So I guess that's a good thing. But at the same time too, Samsung's supporting it. This is why Samsung Messages kind of fell by the wayside. They started making a declaration that they were going to use Android Messages as their native messaging app. Hey, whatever it is, cool on them. The problem is to get Apple to get on board with RCS, you have an area that you need to cover to kind of show how serious you are. Google Voice, for the longest time, people that use Google Voice want RCS messaging. Of course, there are people that search online to find out why this is not, supported, why Google Voice can't support it. Is there an issue with it? Because Google Voice is a VoIP, right? Voice over Internet Protocol. You can bond it with your cell phone service and pretty much allow it to govern calls in and out. But yeah, there is actually a link that pretty much allows people to kind of send feedback, right? And this is through Google Help, so it's not like a special dedicated page for you to voice your opinion that you think that Google Voice should have RCS support. It goes to the developers of Google Voice, and it's pretty much just a way for you to just kind of send them a message and saying, hey, support RCS in this thing. Why can't it? I know a lot of people are really pushing for that. And so for me, the way that I feel about it is, because people want RCS messaging in Google Voice, I think that if Google was to implement that in, however they can, that's kind of bothering me, but however they can, if they can implement that in, that would be an even better foot forward in positioning Apple to say, hey, Apple, let's get on board. Support RCS messaging, would you please, type of thing. Because people have different chat apps that they use in the meantime, right? People use WhatsApp, they use Telegram, there's a lot of them out there. That are cross-platform. You can use them on iOS, you can use them on Android, right? And if the end game goal is to have everyone use RCS, so it makes communicating, sending larger files and stuff like that much easier. Message encryption to protect the flow of messaging without prying eyes. If that's the end game goal, then put it in where it should be. Not only just in Android Messages, but put it in Google Voice. And that will show some seriousness of how much you support RCS, Google. Okay? In this sense, I'm just kind of reaching out to everybody, just saying hey, you know what? Google slogan, kind of perfect. Get the message. Yeah, Google Voice, RCS messaging. Get the message. It's what we're needing. It's what we're wanting. Bring it to Google Voice, right? There are a lot of people that use Google Voice, believe it or not. There are a lot of people that use it. They use it as a second burner line. I used it for a long time as just ways for people to basically message me without actually having my carrier phone number. So I would give out my Google Voice number for people to text me, or even call me. They can call me on Google Voice. That's how it was. So there's a lot of purpose for Google Voice. And, of course, international calling on Google Voice is pretty dope too as well. I put $10 to be able to use international calling to Thailand. And, I've made probably about 10 to 15 phone calls, maybe about 5 minutes a piece. And I am sitting at $8.35 of credit left on my Google Voice. So Google Voice serves a purpose. I know people use things like Text Now and Burner Line or whatever. Text Now, I don't use it because it's ad based. There's a lot of ads in there, and then if you want the ads gone, well, then you got to pay a premium rate. So what's the point? Google Voice, no ads in it at all whatsoever. Totally free. The only problem you'll probably run into with Google Voice, if you're actually interested in trying it out, I'll say this off key, is the numbers, the selection of numbers that you have. Currently, right now, I actually ported my number from Google Voice out to my current provider because I wanted to make sure I keep that number. And so right now, my Google Voice account doesn't have an assigned phone number to it. All my messages, voicemails are all there, just doesn't have an assigned number. So what I'm trying to do is wait a little bit because right now, when I open up Google Voice to choose a new number, it's giving me numbers from a different state. And yeah, that's, I'd like it a little closer to me. But anyways, yeah, I use Google Voice for a ton of things. And, just RCS messaging, just give it to Google Voice. That's all I'm going to say on that. Just give it to Google Voice, Google. If you agree with me, then you know what to do. Sound off in the comments. If you disagree with me, please explain why. I would love to read why you disagree that Google Voice should get RCS messaging. Y'all know how to do that in the comment section of the video. Thanks for checking this video out. Smash the like button because it does help. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in on another little nerdy rant of mine. But I will see you on the next one. Thanks for checking it out. And as always, aloha.